about the sequence before halftime. They said it was a killer for them when you guys had to pick, and then Ben's touchdown run near the end of the half. I mean, it's first half, they said it killed them. What did it do for you guys?
Yeah, I think the same thing. Obviously, what it took from them, it gave to us. I think that was the biggest exchange of the entire game because there's four major predictors of success, obviously blocking and kick, but one of them is certainly scoring before half. Your percentages of winning go way up, and that was big just to get it up by 3 scores. But we had just scored 2 minutes before that, and to go back-to-back scores, we felt good enough with how our defense was playing that if we were able to come up with back-to-back scores at some point in the game, we felt very comfortable about our opportunity to win.
Coach, how much do you know about their quarterback situation? Did that play a little bit into your game plan?
We didn't know a whole lot. We knew they had a very, very good quarterback who was player of the year, who was not going to play. And we knew they had 2 freshmen who they felt very, very capable with. And, I think both those guys are going to be very good players, but it's always tough to make your first start on the road, let alone in round 2 of a playoff game. And, I think they did as good a job as they could, but, not having their leader, I mean, I'm not going to answer for their coach. You can ask them, but I'm sure it weighed on their mind somewhat. We were prepared for both quarterbacks, one a little bit more of a runner, the other a little bit more of a thrower, and we changed our game plan a little bit to be commensurate with whoever was in.
Second game in a row, your offensive line has really dominated.
Yeah.
Any surprised by that?
No, none. As I've said before, when we got here 2 years ago, we took over a 2-8 team that had no run game, and we were going to build this offense and build this team around the offensive line and the toughness that exuded from that offensive line. I feel very, very good, and they're all young. All of them are going to be returning except one. And it doesn't surprise me when we do what we do, but I'm very happy that they could come out the way they did. It's just very prototypical. They do a great job, and you guys ask for 5 guys, and there's no offensive linemen up here. They're kind of, they're kind of the unknown ones, but we put them on a pedestal as a team and a program, and they came through for us time after time after time. And this was a great defensive front that they faced today.
Brady, you had 2 interceptions in the second half. Talk about turning them over, because one of the things that you always see about them is that they don't give the ball away. You guys were able to do that a lot today. Talk about the game plan, and you said you thought you disguised your coverages pretty well.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have to, kind of show, the opposite coverage of what we were in and try and get, the quarterback guessing a little bit. And I don't really know what changed. I think we just got more comfortable with kind of their offensive scheme, kind of figuring out what they wanted to do, and we were able to get some hands on the ball. I mean, I didn't pick off any of those balls without, the help of my teammates. So, I got to give credit to Wyatt Delgado and Chris Kopp for giving me interceptions. So I'd like to thank them, and, that's it.
Greg, you really hadn't played in 4 games. You feel rusty at all coming in?
A little sore, but my friends' family were praying for me a lot, which really helped out. It's always easy when you can go into a game and just hand the ball off a lot, the majority of the game. So I just praise God, and it was just a really good experience. Very, very fortunate.
Now, you run before halftime. I'll be honest, I was looking down and looked up, and you were coming in, it looked like guys were standing still. What did you guys catch them in that worked so well on that play?
I think just towards the end, they probably thought we were going to pass a little bit, but we have a little play off that, which is a good run play, getting our linemen up to backers and that kind of stuff. So we just kind of tried that, and it worked out right away, and it was great. We had our linemen blocking downfield and everything, so it was perfect. And I just had to beat one guy, and I finally could do it this year. So.
It was like a delay? Is that kind of how
yeah, it's just kind of like a drop play. Yep.
Okay.
Hit some pretty big holes today.
Yeah, they were nice. They were nice. I love running behind those guys, my fullbacks and that kind of stuff. But just the first quarter and that kind of stuff, we were just kind of figure out what we were doing. Coach Kluger was with his play calls and that kind of stuff, and then he figured what we needed to do, and then he just propelled from there.
Coach, how much faith do you have in your passing attack? They were talking about they thought you run the ball a little more than you did today. It looked like you surprised them with some plays today.
Yeah.
Especially going deep.
I have a ton of faith in our passing game, but we all know that, we're not a spread team that's going to throw 70 times a game. We're a 50-50 run-pass team. Always have been. We always will be as long as I'm here. And our pass game emanates from the success we had in the ground game. And you saw some of that. Now, we did miss a couple passes here and there, but for the most part, if you notice, a lot of our big plays were when they were going man coverage and loading up the box. So they would put 8, literally 8, and sometimes 9 guys within the vicinity of the box, and that freed up man coverage on the edge, and that's where we were able to take advantage of that. Case in point is the final score there. Instead of running the ball out, they were just playing press man on Fritz, and these guys saw it and they said, hey, I think we can get a fade on him. So Greg made a great pass, Fritz made a great catch, and put it away.
Greg, what does it mean as a quarterback to have a player like Fritz, conference player of the year? As Coach said, they know that when you guys need a play, you're going to look for Fritz, and he still can make the plays in those situations.
Yeah, Fritz is he's an amazing player. It's always makes my job a lot easier when you can just throw it in the vicinity and he's going to come down with it. Yeah, just amazing player. Not much more you can say about him.
We could get the defense to talk about, there was 2 times where Cole was pushing it and you guys stopped him, especially in the second half. What do you guys take from that? How are you going to apply it to the rest of the playoffs?
I mean, we work so hard during the week in practice. Is once they push, we know we got to buckle down, and I keep telling the guys that we're going to go as far as the defense will take us, and we just keep working, and someone's going to give for us. So.
Glenn, no turnovers 2 weeks in a row.
Is that the case? Didn't think about it. We'll take it. This was a team that fed off of turnovers. Coming in, they were plus 22 on the year, which ranks them in the top 10, which is exceptional. And you can say whatever you want, opportunistic, but I mean they're a very good team at getting the ball. And obviously, ball security is a part of our game. If we don't turn the ball over, we win 92% of our games, and I like those odds. So this was a great example of what can happen. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people think ball security just kind of appears out of nowhere. And what I love about these guys is they understand that, like anything else, a conscious effort to take care of the ball is something you work at in and out of practice. And they did that. We set a challenge out to them, and they took care of the ball all week in practice, and it came to fruition in the game as well.
Greg, how did you feel throwing the ball today since you were off for 4 games?
Mm-hmm.
How was your rhythm?
It was definitely an improvement throughout the week. I was a little sore. Definitely felt good today.
What was your injury?
I had Bruce Sternum.
How much faith do you have in Fritz? There was a couple of throws you made today where he looked like he was covered.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't a perfect throw, he would have got it, but he was there.
I have a lot of faith in Fritz. He's going to go attack the ball, and I trust him every single time that I put up in the air. He's going to go get it, come down with it. So I think that's good that we have that trust.
Fritz, you want to talk about your connection with Greg, especially this game?
We've been on all week, and he's been doing a great job stepping in, and he kind of led our offense today. I thought he did a great job just run the offense, whether it's the run plays, the pass plays, just keeping us stalwart every drive. So I think that's what he did the best today.
Well, one negative stat sure jumps out at me is the penalty situation again.
How many were there?
We had 8 penalties today for 59 yards.
Okay.
Is that just aggressive on the defense, or where were they coming from?
Oh, it was both sides of the ball. It wasn't just the defense. We didn't have any on the kicking game side, I don't believe. Look, we play an aggressive sport. That's the way it is, and our kids play it more aggressively than most. And once in a while, a flag's going to come out. I thought the officials did a fantastic job overall today. I've got no qualms about that. Penalties are going to be part of the game. We don't want to have 59 yards in penalties. We don't want to have any, but we can kind of accept being in that 40 range. There was one that should not have been, we should not have taken. It was just an offsides, but there's another hole that we got to work on. Again, those are things we can work on. But, I think that's a testament to these guys' will and character to overcome those. We've, regardless of how many penalties we've had all year long, they've overcome those throughout the game and throughout the drives, and I'm pretty happy overall.
Coach, do you know anything about the other 2 teams you might be playing?
Yes, they're both very good. There's no question about it. Mary Hardin Baylor obviously is I know they have a loss on the year, but they are a fantastic football team. I've had an opportunity to speak with the head coach at Linfield, Joe And Joe has a great ball club as well, undefeated out there, and they play some good football too. So, I don't know who we're going to get. My wife keeps teaching me and telling me, look, just control the things you can control, and I really don't care who they put in front of us next week. We just got to give it our best shot. Both teams are going to be stellar. I mean, we're one of 8 teams playing in the country right now, so at this point, it really doesn't matter who you draw. They're going to have great offense, defense, and special teams. I do know we have an opportunity for a home game if Mary Hardin-Baylor wins, and then we'll go on the road if Linfield wins. But, there's no dogs in this field at this point. One of 8 teams, you're going to draw a good one. Both are good.